All right, Cassie, good idea, or please just don't do this.
So I had an idea, and I was so tickle pink with myself because I'm like, I'm the best daughter ever. This is an awesome idea. And then it sank in. As much as my parents love me, they may not actually want to see my face. Now that I have children, I understand the feeling. I love my children. I would die for them. But sometimes I just need to be separated and alone. My parents' birthdays are back-to-back days in December. Like, one is born on one day, one's born on the next day, and they are taking this cruise up the coast, the East Coast. It's like a river cruise or something to celebrate, and they're ending up in Charleston. Now, their birthdays fall over a time period where I have a lot of stuff going on, so I'm not going to be able to make it on their actual birthdays for like a weekend in Charleston, but I feasibly could fly in on a Sunday to Charleston. I know where they're having brunch, surprise them for brunch, hang out for a little bit, and then fly home. I've got some Sky Miles, and in my head, I'm like, how cool would it be to just show up, like be sitting there at their table when they walk in for brunch and be like, happy birthday, surprise, it's your favorite daughter. And then it occurred to me, maybe they don't want that. Maybe they want some alone time. Maybe this is their one vacation of the year where they get to hang out together and celebrate their birthdays together. And it's been a difficult year for my family. So maybe they don't want to see my shining, beautiful face. And maybe I should keep my ass parked at home. I don't know what to do. So is it a cute, I think it's a cute idea in theory, but in execution, if you're a parent with your significant other taking a lovely river cruise with a bunch of other golden oldies, do you want your, mimosa binging 30-something-year-old daughter to pop up and be like, what's up?
With your kids?
No, just me.
Oh, just you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just me.
If you're going to say it was with the kids also, their grandkids, I'd say go for it. But if it's just you, nah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really disagree.
100%. Absolutely. Do it.
Yeah?
Absolutely.
There's got to be a reason why they didn't invite her in the first place, though.
No, well, because she's busy and she's a mama too, and they're doing this is something that they have the free time to do.
And I work, and I don't want to go on a river cruise,
Yeah.
and I think I've made that very clear in the past.
So are you doing it in like passing, or are you actually staying?
Well, I would be in and out the same day. So they fly out the next day, so I would just fly in for essentially brunch and to hang for a couple of hours.
I say do it.
I do. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I think it sounds like a really good idea in theory, but I think it is such a gamble because you just don't know how the reaction is going to be. So I did something similar in college when I was a freshman, where I pretty much for the whole semester refused to go home to see my parents. And I thought one day, I know exactly what my parents always spend Wednesday lunch at my dad's office. I'm going to surprise them, and they're going to be so shocked that their daughter came home from frat parties to come say hi to them. So I drove home from Gainesville one day, and I showed up at the office like I knew they were going to be, got my phone out and everything, and I was like, surprise, Mom and Dad. They literally could not have cared less. They had not seen me in 5 months, and their reaction was so disappointing that I was like, why did I just drive my ass up here for 2 hours? So I'm with you, but I think because I've done that before and it didn't really work out, I'm kind of inclined to say sing your Sky Miles.
I think because of, and I'm going to be really careful here, because of the type of stress your family has gone through this year, that the moments with family, I think, hit different this year. So I think that you should go.
And that was one of the things that was making me think it would be nice to go and celebrate. But at the same time, I have come to the realization that my parents' world does not revolve around me as their child, and it revolves around them. And I should, what's that word? Respect that. And so I'm trying to be a cognizant, caring child. And
it doesn't fit you well. Don't try that.
Listen, I'll get used to it.
It's like me putting on a tie.
She's evolved quite a bit. It's like putting on a tie, really.
I'll shove my foot into that shoe until it fits.
So Abby had a bad experience doing this. I, on the other hand, had a lovely experience doing this with my dad. I told his girlfriend knew, but I flew down to Florida and I surprised him for a visit, and I got the best reaction ever. So, and I think too, because you're doing this on the tail end, so they'll be sick of each other by the last day. So it'll be nice to have somebody like pop in and,
break the tension.
Yeah. So I think like popping in just for a couple of hours on the last day of their vacation cruise, I think it's really sweet. And I concur with Bert, everything that's been going on. I think this is a 100% must.
And it's going to make me look way better than my sister. I'm not telling her
really
she's not going.
There you go.
And that's what it's all about.
Oh, yeah.
Mo, if you were in the same situation with your parents, where would your head be at?
I didn't think of that. I would probably, I don't think I would do it just because that's just not me to do that. I would feel as if I am embarking on their time, but I don't think they would have a problem with it. I only surprised my mom once in life, and it wasn't a couples thing. It was a family thing without me, so it was a little different, but they were ecstatic. My mom was like really happy that I was there. So, I mean, I don't see a world where your parents wouldn't be grateful that you actually went out your way to do that.
I'm here to let you know that I say this lovingly. You're a mama's boy, but not in a bad way. Like, you adore your mom loves you, and having a son, always default to showing up.
Retweet.
She will never not be mad or upset.
Facts, I agree.
The Bert Show.